Hello traders. Caroline Alizan here with Grok Trade, a graduate student of the Grok Trade Mentoring Program. It is Monday, January 23rd of 2012, and we are getting ready to do some technical analysis here on our Q's chart again today. This is so exciting. I'm just really excited to be here again with you today and help you with that a little bit, so it makes your life much easier. All right, so let's get started. Let's take a look at our chart and see what happened here today. Wow, we are making a new high on the Qs here today at 60.21. That is big. Okay, that is a big number. We are passing that high of January 19th, which was at 59.97, making a new high here today at 60.21. Put a little line over the 60.21 so that you can see it if we ever get close to it, ready to break through it and continue higher. So to be on the safe side, put your little line in here and watch it closely if we ever get closer to it. All right, so what happened here today, what's really special about today is that we are not only filling that gap, that unfilled gap from last week, but we're also closing the day with a doji. Where? At resistance, right? Yeah. We are struggling. We've been struggling here at this 59.83 mark for quite a while. We tested it here once back on January 19th. We pulled back down a little bit the next day, tested it the second time on January 20th, and then here today we broke through it, continue higher, making that new high of 60.21. We close the day slightly below it, so we are still stuck in here at this 59.83 mark. So pay close attention to that little area right here because it's significant. All right, if we ever break through it and close above it, we could try to push it higher to the 60.21, that new high that we formed here today, and then if we ever break through it, as I said, we could continue higher. But what I really like to see is a little bit of a pullback because we are overextended, a little bit overextended on this rally at this moment, and I would like to see a little bit of a pullback, at least to the 8 moving average, which you see here in green, and it's at the 59.04. All right, so pay close attention to the 59.04, actually the 8 moving average, as well as to that 59.83 and the 60.21 mark. So that is really key areas of support and resistance that I want you to pay close attention to. All right, and let's take a look at the MACD. MACD is not really confirming what we see on our chart. All right, it's going its own way. It's doing a totally opposite thing. So even though we're making a new high on the MACD on the chart, we are heading lower. We are heading south on the MACD, which is not a good sign. It's not confirming anything. So it's doing a totally opposite thing to what we see on the chart. All right, so pay that little guy here really closely and look for confirmation. And then last thing is the volume. You're still trading on pretty nice volume. We're still slightly above the average, which is good. Does that mean that we're putting on a top? Don't know. So that's why we have all of those areas of support and resistance to help us. All right, that's why I want you to have your lines on your charts and to watch them really carefully. All right, so hope it helps you, makes your life much easier. But if you have any questions or comments, just feel free to put them right below the video, and I'll do my best to answer those for you and help you the best I can. All right, so enjoy your day.